Hi, everyone. Karin Hill here. You know what's kind of interesting is grieving is almost a kind of learning, because when your loved one dies, your brain is really trying to solve a problem, because our brains like everything to be familiar. So it's trying to predict what happens next. Because, when you've kissed your spouse goodbye every day and they went to work, your brain is used to predicting that they'll be gone for a few hours and then they come back again. And if you've been married for a few years and then you wake up one morning and your husband or your wife isn't there next to you in the bed, your brain has to process the fact that this person isn't coming back. And then what does that mean for your life? That's not familiar. Because in reality, that means that we won't get to retire together. We won't get to travel together. If you have a child, now your child doesn't have a second parent. And it takes a long time to really get your brain learning how this is going to work. It takes time and experience for your brain to understand the loss. Because when your loved one dies, the brain needs to update this virtual map of the world that it has and that it's had for a long time. And it doesn't happen overnight, but by repeatedly experiencing these mundane little things that you do day after day without your spouse, it starts to catch on, and that becomes familiar. Even after a month, you'll learn that he didn't come down to breakfast for 31 days. And, there's nothing magic about these 31 days because grief lasts much longer. But the month will start to update, that little gray matter computer that's in your head, your brain. What's helpful too is to just keep a note taped to your kitchen that maybe reads cook, clean, work, play, because it helps to actually remind you about just the basic parts of life and to not put a lot of expectations on what you could get done. So, I know a lot of people that kind of get stuck in not realizing that the brain takes time to update because nothing is familiar about this new way of life. But it does get better in time. That you keep doing new experiences makes it learn faster. And if you get stuck here and you need more help, please contact me, because this is what I do. I help people get unstuck if the grief is lasting too long, if the brain isn't updating, if they can't get on with their life, because there's no need to keep suffering. We've suffered enough with the loss. So give me a call. I hope that helps.